Alright, so breaking news. I suck at this vlog thing. That's not actually breaking news. That's been a problem for the past 6 years. So, we're just gonna get to it. First things first, it's been like a month since I started trying to film this particular video, and I'm just now getting to the point to where I actually care enough to finish it because everything keeps going wrong. Let me stop walking for a second. So, first things first, E30 tried to start it and move it at one point while I was working on it to try to get it out for the video. Would not start. So, that's a problem. Must be addressed. Do I know where to start? Nope. The GX470. Love it still. It's great. It stopped letting me inside. So, I've now replaced all the door lock actuators. I can lock the door with the key now and unlock it. Great time. Secondary problem, it keeps getting stuck on the driver's side door. That was a new issue as of last night. So I gotta fix that. And the garage is an absolute disaster from me moving still and my dad setting stuff on top of my stuff, which, while it may be his garage, kind of bugs me a bit. Instead of washing the Lexus for the 8th time at the beginning of a video, probably still put that in there because I got the footage, I'm going to move this piece of crap, roll it outside so it can see the light of day, and then move stuff because I need to clean and organize, and there's spiders starting to make their homes in here, which is not okay with me because I don't like them, and it's hot in here, and I don't want to be hot and have to deal with spiders. So, alright, anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to put wheels on this thing and get it outside. Yay! Alright, this will go either one of two ways. It's either going to go smoothly or it's going to go not that. So. Well, that was the worst. That took a lot longer than I thought because the jack broke while it was under my car. So that's always interesting, especially when it's this low. So that made it take 40 minutes longer than it should have to get it just on the ground. But it's outside now. Well, now that it's outside, still not working on it. But I figured y'all, some of y'all at least, might want to see what it looks like out in the open, which is kind of sad. So, you know, it is what it is. So, I've got some electrical stuff to figure out, which is why it's not starting. Not diving into that right now. I might later tonight, but we will see. First thing first, though, I'm trying to get it just so I can work on it back inside and not be absolutely miserable. Because there is an AC unit in the garage, like a window unit, so if I can get it to, I can have enough space to work and I can turn that on, yay, that's cool. The humidity is killer out here. But yeah, I still want to pull the motor, still have to pull the rear end out. There's stuff, you know, it's a process. But I might have some new brakes coming from EBC. We'll see. They got a new kit that they were developing or have developed that will bolt right up, and it's quite large. So hopefully that happens. If it does, you'll see it, obviously. But for right now, this is the current state of things, which is really lame. Alright, so this has taken about a couple hours, few hours more than it was supposed to. So I'm really just going to make a video out of all the footage that I have so far of all 3 attempts of this. Getting somewhere, kind of. I don't know if I've made more room in the garage or made it worse. That'll be determined at a later date. Now I have to get this car back inside by myself, which will be a problem because it doesn't roll over the edge, the lip of the garage, because the exhaust touches the ground, because I lowered it more. So it's not smart on my part, but yeah, until next time, wish me luck. Hopefully there will be something soon on this, because I really need to work on it, but I don't know, it'll happen, I promise. We'll see you later. Section there for a second. Ooh. I will say, there's not much better than a Saturday where everybody just kind of leaves you to do your thing. It's a nice time because I have not been very productive lately, and I need to be for my own mental well-being. Alright, from my friends across the pond, or from Tennessee, because most of y'all are in the States, so y'all will be getting it from the Tennessee spot. But, auto finesse. This, best glass cleaner ever used. Crystal. Super sick. Wheel cleaner. Imperial. Also super sick. There's a couple different kinds. I think I have both of them. Interior cleaner. Also super awesome. Let's see what else I got. Spray wax. Glisten. Also great stuff. Also, if you're like me, I hate super glossy tire shine, like a lot. I like it to have like a satin matte finish. I want them to look like brand new tires. I don't want them to look like you just put olive oil all over them. So satin, you know, as the name states, awesome, perfect. I only have one issue with this, and it's not the product itself. It is it is how you apply tire shine to tires like that, because they're super knobby. And when you do like a paste or like a what do you want to call it? It's not a spray on, so it's just like a cream. That's the word, a cream. It's kind of a pain to like put it on with the tire shine applicator, but you know, not the product itself. The product is awesome. Citrus Power bug cleaner, super sick. Oh, and the staple, of course, Finale, which is really awesome quick detailer. Love that stuff. I go through a bottle very frequently because I like to keep my stuff clean. Triple, it's polish. Don't use that often. One second, I have more stuff. Obviously, you've seen me spray foam stuff before, and I think I might have said it before, but their snow foam is awesome. They have a bunch of different scents and stuff, flavors, if you will. This is my favorite currently, and it's pumpkin spice because I'm a basic white girl at heart. So that's my favorite. Just got more of that. They have like Coca-Cola and watermelon and all sorts of stuff, and it actually, the smell does stick to the car pretty aggressively, which is nice. This is new, haven't used this yet. Tread tire cleaner. Because I can't stand like the orange stained tires, really bugs me. And then there's Iron Out. So this is just your decontamination stuff. But yeah. Now, I will say, this is not like a paid plug or anything like that. These are just my friends. And I know the owner of the company in Europe and know a lot of great people that work for them and with them. And just trying to put y'all on to some good stuff, because there's a lot of really crappy detail products out there, and you can just order this from my friends and be really happy with your purchase, because I am. And you can get a cool bag like this to carry it all in, and it velcros to the inside of your car. So if you go to shows and whatnot, just have your little detail thing, and it's not going to fly around in the back of your car. But anyways, let's get to it. So since it has been so long since I have washed this and it's absolutely disgusting, I'm going to try not to throw up as I do this. This stuff stinks, but it works great. This is iron out, by the way. So, decontamination stuff. Y'all know the drill. They usually don't smell good. So, we're going to watch things turn purple, because this thing is disgusting. And this is not wheel specific either. This is any surface you want to use this on. So my car, I have like a cheap ceramic spray wax on it, and this might strip it. Actually, it is pH neutral, but I don't really know. It's cheap, so, and it's just Mother's spray on ceramic. So I hit it with this, get all the griminess off before I start scrubbing away. So, no, probably most of y'all have seen reactive stuff before, but turns purple. You can't really see that. It's dark, but yeah, purple. Alright, so even though I just did iron out, the tires were starting to look a little rough, and I'm very OCD about that. So this is kind of similar to iron out. It's just a decontamination thing, but specifically for rubber. And it also says to use with satin, which I have over there, to give it the as new finish. So I'm gonna try this stuff out. I just got it the other day. I re-upped on a couple things and haven't tried this yet, even prior. So about to learn together. So with this, let's just spray on, agitate, and that's it. So I'm gonna run this real quick. So they do sell like their own sprayer. I don't have it currently, but I got one off of Amazon. That does decent. It gets really gunked up, but I think most do. So I'll top this off with some more Avalanche, which honestly I've noticed you don't really need a whole lot to do a singular car. It's kind of overkill just to let soap sit in it, because this thing leaks somehow. I guess there's still vacuum in the line, and it'll pull soap out of the back and the front and just ooze all over the place. And that is really bothersome when it's all over your garage floor or on a shelf when you don't know it does that. But yeah, so I'm gonna make my car smell like pumpkin spice now and then scrub it down. clean enough-ish. It's white again, so I guess that's all I can care about. Now, I'm going to go over this little cooler setup with you all real quick before I set the tent out to air dry in the sun because I put it up wet. But for all my, overlanding, camping people that live in the South and still want to do this stuff during the summer but comfortably, I got something for you. So everybody's seen like the swamp cooler kind of concepts and stuff to where you use like a cheap cooler, have a fan, and it's just pulling air out that's above the ice and whatnot, which cools the air to a degree. You're maybe getting like 65 degree cooler or 65 degree air coming out of that kind of setup. But I wanted to do one better because I'm camping in the GX solely with the mattress in the back, and with the tent it's cool, but I don't really want to leave the back of the car open at night while we're camping, just because bugs, for one, humidity, because it gets upwards of 80% humidity here in the evenings or at night, on most nights, and it's still in the 80s, 70s, and it just feels gross. So I want to be able to close the car, not run the car, but keep the inside of the car comfortable while being able to sleep nice and just secure and bug free, which is always a plus. So I went and got this $34 Igloo cooler, a bilge pump fan, some ducting, and a tiny little like a heat exchanger for I think it was like a 3D printer or a laser cutter. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's tiny little heat exchanger. So you can see this super easy little setup here. So it's disgusting, right? Or not. This is after it's been used. I need to get stuff out of it, like ice bag, trash, and a milk jug lid. But heat exchanger with two lines. The intake line is connected to a little submerged fish tank pump, and then return line, which I don't really have to have, I just do. I may enclose this system by itself eventually, but for now that's how it's going to be. Your intake, which I used door and window spray foam, so it doesn't like overly expand in there, but this is foamed up and sealed. And there's the intake with a filter on it, which is just kind of ghetto taped on here. Bilge pump fan, and when this thing is plugged in to the Jackery, which you can plug it into the Jackery or cigarette lighter, but I used the Jackery overnight, and this thing could have ran continuously for about 24 hours just off of the Jackery, which is nice. It doesn't have a huge power draw at all, but it moves a lot of air, and the air that comes out of the duct, especially when like it's fresh and stuff, using this little guy, is 28 degrees was the coldest I got. So that's a lot better than 60 degree air, and it makes a huge difference. So I used this and a combination of like a little Ryobi quiet fan, the newer ones that they came out with, and it worked phenomenal. It was possibly like the best camping experience ever, and being in the back of the car just made it easy and convenient. Didn't have a whole lot of crap to set up. It worked. It was awesome. So I'll do more on that when it's actually being used, because I feel like that helps a little bit better. But I just wanted to show you all that. Super simple. It's pulling the air through the radiator. Radiator gets about 38, 42 degrees, and then with air being drawn out, it gets even colder. So that's that. So I'll throw up a picture of the tent setup, because I threw it up on TikTok and a lot of people have asked about it and commented on it. And for $130 or so, the best camping purchase ever, as far as like being able to just extend the back of the car and keep it bug free with a canopy and all of that. There was a huge storm while we were camping, and would have thought that we would have had issues then, but no. It had some sweeping issues through the roof, just because of the amount of rain that we were experiencing, and that it would kind of cave the roof a little bit. but push it up and it'd be fine. It rained for 2 hours straight or more. But yeah, I'll go over that in depth when it's all set up again, next trip or something. But I'm going to get that out of the bag so it can air dry again, make sure it's all nice and clean and not moldy and musty. And then I think I'm going to get the E30 out. So if all goes right, the E30 is coming out today. So I'm done playing detailer for now. So in the last video, I mentioned how I had done the bumper cut on the GX, and I still have the aftermarket tow package stuff, and I really hate how that looks, and I don't really need to have a hitch right now because I'm done moving. So I think I'm gonna pull that bumper off, pull the hitch stuff off, and call it a day. And then what I really need to do is cut the body mount, because this thing rubs super bad at full lock. Not even full lock, I can't even make it to full lock. You'll have to bear with me because I don't really remember how exactly all this comes apart. Yeah, I do, just kidding. Cool. Just kidding, maybe I don't. Crap. Okay, one moment. Gotta take the hinge off the door. Pop that bad boy off. Put this thing. What the heck? Hello? Okay. Ew. I meant to clean under that before, but I didn't. It's for another time, I guess. Okay, that's done. Start ripping. I'm actually gonna wash this while it's off the car, because it's actually disgusting. Alright, the bumper's off, and I'm gonna show y'all, because, you know, it makes sense to show y'all now. Eventually, I want to do cool guy stuff and do a tubing bumper, like a high clearance bumper. Maybe even one of the plate ones. The plate ones are expensive, but I don't really know. But as you can see, that's a lot of clearance, especially when there's no aftermarket trailer hitch thing going on. But that's where I'm at with that. We'll see if that happens in the future. It'd be cool. They're just so expensive. So if somebody wants to give me one, I got you. Content out the butt. But if somebody were to, you know, sponsor me, I'm just kidding. I hate asking for sponsorships. I know this is gonna get dirty again, but it makes me feel better, so leave me alone. Just let me be happy. Those really weren't in there all that well. Whatever. Sweet. Sweet. Done. Okay. Okay. Easiest bumper to put on ever. Okay. Sick. We're gonna zip this thing down. Way more clearance. That looks a lot neater. All right, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna button up a couple more things with the wiring in the back, and then I'm gonna move on to the body mount stuff. All right, so I don't know if you can see this here, but basically when I'm turning to the right, this is the passenger side, obviously, I'm catching the very end of the body mount when the suspension gets compressed, like turning into the driveway or any driveway. So it's catching the edge there. So I'm just gonna chop it down. I'm probably not gonna put a plate on it yet because I don't really need to. I'm gonna clean up the plastic a bit. I don't think I'm hitting the pinch weld. I can't really tell, so I'm gonna start here and see if I end up do end up hitting. Oh no, I am hitting the pinch weld maybe. Yeah, I can see a cut right there in the tire. So I'll probably grind that down some too, or flatten it with the hammer. I'm gonna try to, honestly, I should just take the tire off. I don't want to, but I should. God bless. Those are extremely heavy. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sick. Cool. Might clean that up a bit. Okay. We'll call that good for now. Don't really care enough to roll a scale out to weigh this. But holy crap, these are heavy. The wheels are over 30 pounds. You know, when you get stuff from the Rotiform family, you know, just wheel pros as a whole, most of them are not very light. I'm pretty sure the Rotiforms I had on my GTI were not much lighter than these. God bless. Moment of truth. What am I hitting? Still everything. Cool. I can turn a lot more now, so that's nice. Well, that's fun.